Yes, motherfuckers, I am back. I'm out of fucking YouTube jail and I'm here. Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed their Monday afternoon or Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is, but I'm happy because it's Tuesday and I got my profile back. All the old people, hopefully, you come back and join me. I don't have to worry about having another channel anymore. I'm out of YouTube jail and I couldn't be happier. Welcome into all of you. Thanks for checking me out today. Hopefully, we'll have some fun here on the show. Do me a favor, retweet it. If you don't subscribe, which you must be living under a rock if you didn't subscribe, because back when we had the basketball season, I was on this channel. So I'm back like motherfucking cook crap, motherfuckers. Welcome in. That's exactly, Ryan. Exactly. We remember the great run in college basketball because I'm the king. Kiss the motherfucking ring, as they say. And you know what? That'll be here before you know it. But we have a lot to do till then. Pigskin coming up. We'll talk every sort of thing. So let's get into that. We'll talk about a lot. We got some interesting news that has just come out. Sad news, really. I want to talk Mesut Özil. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about baseball tonight. A lot going on. Come and join me here as we have some fun. Yes, welcome in, all of you. Thanks for checking me out. Lucky, what's up? Ryan, Nick, Ryan, Ricardo, Kyle L, Gerald, Brian, James, Sam, Gerald, Cody, Little E, HDC, Larry, Troy V, Scott, Armin. Welcome in. Hit the like button and please share the show on Twitter. Where are we going to start? Baseball. For any of you that have not seen me for a couple months, I say hello, but I make it clear that I've not been very heavily involved with baseball. I just haven't. I was focused on the World Cup, and then I was focused on, little things like the NBA Summer League, and I was down at the shore for a while. I just kind of bet MLB for fun. It wasn't anything serious, and I still only bet it for fun. Football is here; it's coming. We obviously are knee deep in previews. We got the Premier League season coming. We got all sorts of different soccer going on. So, my days are taken up by that kind of stuff. Doing shows. For anyone who doesn't know, I have some things coming up with the NFL and college football season. So, a lot going on. So let's maybe chat a little bit about what's going on. Baseball tonight, there's some interesting spots, but again, these are just for novelties. I'm not telling anyone to bet this stuff, just kind of taking a look. Listen, I think, Toronto had a little value, I think, early in the day, but it seems like the line's starting to go the right way. I was going to strongly kind of bet that just because it didn't make a lot of sense. Why was Toronto turned into a favorite? Baruki should not be a favorite against anyone, especially against a guy in Berrios that I think a lot of the public enjoy to bet on. The problem is Twins can't hit left-handed pitching. That's a bit of a concern. How good is Berrios has been a little bit of topsy-turvy at times this year. I kind of like Toronto, but they're hard to bet on, especially late in games. I think Milwaukee has some value. I think right now the Nationals are just a mess. They're fighting. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff in the clubhouse. This lineup's not particularly good. I think Junior Guerra might have a little value. Do I bet WNBA? No. Thanks, Kyle. What's the big news for the upcoming seasons? The big news for the upcoming season is something that I'm going to be sharing very soon, but you and I are all family, so why not just share it now? Many of you already know it. I don't really have to go through too much here. Donnie Wrightside and I, my partner, are going to be joining forces. Listen, I made people a lot of money during basketball. I plan to make a lot of money during football and basketball this year. We're going to go into business together, and we're going to sell our picks. It's not going to be pricey. It's not going to be expensive. But look, we do a lot of hard work. I think we're two guys that do that do have a reason to sell picks. We put a lot of work in. We do a lot of stuff, and I think that for us, it's kind of worth it. It'll be very cheap. You'll get two for the price of one. And Donnie's NFL is terrific. Donnie's NFL was 75%. He absolutely crushed it. My college basketball was obviously very good. We'll put our heads together with college football. We know what we're doing there. We also have actually another edition that we're going to be talking about, very soon as far as some other sports. So I'm trying to build a media, a mogul empire. That's what we're trying to do. So we hope that you join us, and we'll take you through it. It will not be, like I said, pricey. As far as collaboration, it will be very much worth it. You'll make money. You'll get a lot of good content along the way, and we'll help you. As far as the pricing, how about this? First person to guess will get something free. So guess the price. If you guess the price of both combined, you win. Hey, what's up, Aspire? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Aspire to Elate. Welcome in, man. Always good chatting with you. So welcome in. Thanks, Gerald. Yeah, soccer will be in there as well. Oh, wow. Right away we get no, Armin, you're not correct. Actually, Ryan, you're correct. Ryan Savegny is correct. Chef Michael, correct. Stage name, you're correct as well. 200 a month, no, that's too much. We actually have a winner already, guys. Ryan Savigny, quick to the draw, like Jesse Billy the Kid and Jesse James, quick to the draw. 125, bit too high, no. 223, no, too high. We have a winner. Welcome, Ryan. Ryan, get in touch with me on Twitter, and we'll figure something out. Casey, what's up? Eric, what's up? Nick, what's up? Corey Strauss, hello. We have a winner. Nick wins. Settle down with the guesses, guys. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, Hide and Zeke, how are you? The news about Demi Lovato, yeah, that is sad. Listen, I mean, the grips of heroin and drugs really get to everyone. And I think they often say you have to hit rock bottom to figure out things. I guess Demi can be happy and gracious that she didn't pass away. And hopefully this is a big time wake up call. What a beautiful woman. What a talented, beautiful, sweet woman that unfortunately has been grabbed with the grips of addiction. Very sad. Hopefully she gets some help and finds her way out of that. We all know that. I think we can all agree that heroin is kind of a problem for a lot of people. I know I could walk out of my house right now and see a heroin addicts. They're everywhere. So hopefully she gets props. She gets help, and we can give her props for that. What do we got here? Thanks, Armin. Appreciate it. When will the picks begin? We're going to be releasing the info on August 15th. We'll have our website, and we actually have some really we have an interesting person joining us as well that we're kind of just finishing out the details there, and we'll get to that as well. What's up, John? Settle down, Guan. Yes, I agree. I'll be honest. I didn't know she was sick, though. I would agree, though. I didn't know she had a heroin problem, actually. So that's very sad. Back to baseball here. Couple other things. What else do we have here? Boom. Listen, I mean, I don't know quite why the Indians are 182 favorites. I mean, I guess people want to keep betting on the Indians, but listen, this Pirate team is playing good baseball. They've won 10 in a row. The bullpen's kind of figured it out a bit. I mean, Cleveland's there's not a lot of good things right now going on with this Cleveland group. And you look at Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, obviously other than his last start, has been terrific. Arguably, I mean, lately, you look at other than that Milwaukee start, his last two starts, 12 innings. He's only given up 2 runs, 14 Ks. I'm not running to the window to bet on Shane Bieber, especially with that bullpen. I would just grab the Pirates until it goes off the tracks, as they say. I like Oakland today. Team is rolling at the moment, and getting them against a poor Texas team has great value. I'm always skeptical to back a team off a huge offensive explosion, though. That's always a concern for me. But yeah, I'm not running to the window to bet on Michael Minor. Mike Minor is a guy that struggled in his career. Um, Oakland has been pretty decent as well against left-handed pitchers. Texas can't hit righties. Yeah, I don't hate that pick. And Frank Montes has been good, especially on the road. You look at Frankie Montes on the road, 4-0 they are, the Athletics. He's 3-0 with a 2.66 ERA, 1.31 whip, hasn't given up a home run on the road. It might be a good play there, Sports with Scott. Good eye there on Oakland. A little attaboy for you. Mike Minor has struggled lately. So that might be a good play there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pittsburgh is good. I mean, they're playing good baseball. 10 in a row, like I said, and the lineup is really starting to come into form. Yeah, two-time All-Star hitting the eighth ball. Good point. Wise Pena minus 190. That's a good question. I mean, some of these prices are pretty ridiculous. I mean, I guess it's because they're playing the White Sox and the White Sox and Carlos Rodon. Listen, Carlos Rodon has issues. I mean, his walk numbers have come down, but his other numbers have not come down, and that's kind of a problem. He doesn't go particularly deep into games. You don't have a really good pen behind him, to be honest, and a bad team in general. So, yeah, I'm not running to the window to bet on Felix Pena. It's more of a pass for me, but, yeah, the price is a little bit crazy. But I'm not a big White Sox guy. I don't really trust Rodon. The best AC book right now in terms of lines. Fuck. None of them. If you want good lines, that's not the place to go. Atlantic City. For any of you that don't know, I was down in Atlantic City for around a month. I came back about a week and a half ago. I was down there for a while. The books are ugly right now. They really have to kind of get focused and get ready for football. Hopefully by then they're ready to go. But the customer service is poor. The overall lines are poor. They don't offer a ton. I think for football, they'll be fine because you're really just kind of working with 110, 115. But, you know, some of the soccer lines were ugly. Where do you go? I would go to Ocean Resort, you know, the old Revel. Borgata's small. The problem with Borgata is it's literally in a really small part of the casino. It's in with all the horse racing. So you got all those old, geriatrics in there that are 90 years old betting on horses. You got to kind of work around that. There's junk everywhere. And the people taking the tickets are not very smart. I would go to Ocean Resort. It's a little bit better atmosphere. It's on the boardwalk. It's a bit better place. Philly's under 7.5. Someone talk sense into me. I'm not going to really try to talk sense into you. I think it's a good play. The only concern I have is I'm done betting on anything Phillies related. I don't care if it's a total. I don't care if it's a side. I'm just not interested. Both these teams look like pure under teams tonight, but it's a short porch there in Philadelphia. It has been rainy. My problem is I'll bet that game. Aaron Nola will come out 30 pitches in because of a rain delay, and we won't see him again. So that's my only concern there. If I knew there wasn't going to be rain, yeah, I would probably agree with you there. I'm going up there for a mini vacation. I wouldn't go before football. I'd go during football, Miles, but that's just my opinion. But I guess if you have to go, have fun, man. Look good. Good luck. Am I wrong to think without Sanchez, the Yankees are better at the moment? Yeah, I mean, he's been brutal on the base pass, as we know. He's hitting 190, and he's bad behind the plate. I like Romine. I think he's a fine catcher. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I would trade Gary Sanchez. I think he's a fine player, but I think some of his bad outweighs the good, frankly. And I think we've seen last night, I mean, that's not the first time he's done that. That's not the first time that he's hurt them. If you can get a big-time pitcher, I would gladly trade Gary Sanchez. Everyone's resting for the Nats. Well, then you should definitely take the Brewers then. I mean, the number's starting to jump up a little bit. I already like them anyway, even with the unaware lineup. So, yeah, I would do that. Any thoughts on Champions League playoffs? Well, I didn't have a good day today. I actually, the plays that I mean, I capped every game, but the one play I did make lost, and all the rest of the plays that I liked won. So it wasn't a particularly good day for me in the Champions League, but one game is one game. Yeah, I mean, the card tomorrow looks pretty good. I mean, I got to try to find value, though, because there's a lot of big numbers on this card. I think Bate has some value. Karabag should beat Kukasi. Ludogorets, Razgrad out of Bulgaria, like them. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Celtic in play as well. I'll see. How long did it take for you to build your following? Good question. A long time. Years. I've been doing this since 2009, so pretty long. But as far as videos, I don't know, 4 years or so. Also, guys, wanted to let everyone know. And again, if you feel like listening, I'd recommend it. I started a new podcast. It's kind of off the radar. It's a little bit different than what I normally do. And I urge you, Terry Miles, to check out the podcast that I did. It's called The Podcast. It's on my Twitter account. I'll put it out. I do it every Thursday. It's a recorded show. It'll be on iTunes real soon. It's basically about my life and kind of personal things that mean a lot to me: music, culture, radio, TV, all sorts of stuff. And my first show was kind of about my life and how I get into the business and how long it's taken me to kind of build what I've tried to build here, and gotten to where I am, I guess. So I'd urge you to check that out, and all of you to check that out. This week, I believe we're going to have Donnie Wrightside on to kind of talk about how he got into this business and how we've teamed up. Thanks, Gerald. Yeah, it was a fun listen. So I enjoyed doing it. Do I like Celtic? Look, I don't know yet. I haven't really capped the card, honestly, just on kind of a whim. I don't know about Ajax. Sturm Graz isn't as bad as people think, but we'll see. I have to look more into that card. As far as that, though, baseball, I think Oakland, one of our listeners mentioned that. It looks interesting. Brewers look pretty good. Maybe Toronto, but maybe Pittsburgh. But I'll probably rock with Oakland and the Brewers. Couple other things, and I really wasn't going to be on for long today. I just wanted to kind of make sure that the live streams are still working and people still knew where we were here. But as I said, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Let me know you're out there. Say hello. We got a lot of great people on here. But Mesut Özil is in the news. Mesut Özil has left the German national team. And I think, for one, it's a pretty sad day for German football, if you ask me. The German national team has been steeped in a long-time tradition. They've been obviously very good at the international level. But I think it's a sad day for football in Germany. I mean, you basically have allowed the right wing to basically attack everything you want to be as a football program in Germany. I mean, are we back to the days for Germany where, if you're not blonde hair, blue eyed, you don't get to play on Germany? And where the hell is the German Federation as far as backing up Mesut Özil? Where's the loyalty? Where's the loyalty to the 4-time player of the year in Germany? Where's the loyalty to a guy that helped you win the World Cup? It's kind of sad that you've totally given up any sort of, integrity you've had, and you basically failed to exist and realize that integration is part of life now. I mean, so what is it? Back to a German team where it's only white Germans can play there? Germany is a large melting pot like every other country in the world, and it's a shame that we're not seemingly able to see that. I don't see Thomas Mueller getting the same same issues here. So because you're not born, or let's say, I mean, no, I don't know if anyone knows this, but Mesut Özil is German. He was born in Germany. He has Turkish roots, but he's Germany through and through. And he's won you games. He's won you a World Cup. Where the hell is the respect? Exactly, Larry. And exactly to everyone out there. I'm going to tell you right now, if Germany didn't have Mesut Özil and Sami Khedira and Jerome Boateng and, Skodran Mustafi and all these guys, they wouldn't have won the fucking World Cup. I'll tell you that. And I'll tell you one thing. None of these teams would. It's a shame that they've given up and failed Mesut Özil as a country. And it really has allowed the right wing in Germany to win. And that's a shame. Politics should not be involved in football, and it seemingly has. You look at this tournament. Look at the Albanians. They get fined because they threw up the double eagle. Yeah, this double eagle. The one that we as Albanians cherish. This one right here. I have a fucking mouse pad of the Albanian eagle. That's how it flows through me. I got a big flag right motherfucking here. It's a fucking flag. It's not some political thing. It's a shame. That's not the political aspect should not be in football. And the Germans have failed Mesut Özil. Good for him for standing up, and shame on the scandalous right wing German football authority. Thames is playing tonight. Listen, I don't think Thames makes me not like the Brewers or like the Brewers. One player is not going to change. Thames hasn't played for a while, but that is always obviously a positive. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, we'll get him on this week. Donnie will be raw and uncut, uncensored. Maybe I should have said raw. That's kind of weird, but he'll be on, and we'll be chatting about his move into the business and where he all started. Why is the line moving in the Rangers' favor? I guess the Sharps like the Rangers. I'm not really sure. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Whatever you want to ask. You have a continued question on something, feel free to ask. You want to ask about something college football. I will begin college football previews very soon. We'll be getting into that. And also wanted to make this announcement. If you didn't see, I will be at the IFBC this August in Las Vegas. Sportsbook Review. I'll be there as a guest. I'll be there to speak. I'm excited about it. We got some big-time people coming through this year for the IFBC. I already know who I'm paired with, so I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to chatting it up with people. And, if you're going to be out there, I look forward to meeting you. But, yeah, I'll be doing some college football stuff out there in Vegas. Looking forward to getting in there on Friday night. I'll be arriving, early afternoon. Donnie and I will be out there. I know Ian Cameron will be out there. Gabe Morency will be out there. A lot of us will be out there. So I'm looking forward to going out and meeting some of you and chatting about the business. All the big boys will be there, that you've kind of seen. We'll have some bookmakers there. We'll have some industry people there. We'll even have some famous people there. So it's going to be exciting nonetheless. Thanks, Tuvin. Welcome in, man. Have I ever looked into Bet Labs? No, I don't look into any of that stuff. I don't have Bet Labs. I don't buy Phil Steele's magazine. I don't have I don't have Ken Palm. I don't have any of that stuff. I have Jeff Labs. That's what I have. I have Jeff Labs. That's the only labs that I have. Thank you, Mud. Appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for supporting me. I'm not going anywhere, though. Big things coming up for me. A lot of you are going to be quite surprised by. Since I'm going to Vegas, am I going to play poker? I'm not sure. Probably the Aria. If I can get over there, I'd like to play there or Bellagio. We'll see. Maybe I'll bring some money out and play in some of the big boy games. But I don't know how much time I'm going to have. I'm getting there Friday. I'm going to be doing some stuff with SBR. Saturday, we got the conference. Sunday, we have the conference. We actually have a poker tournament in the conference, so I'll be playing in that. So if any of you care to play with me, you can play there. And then I'm leaving Monday. So I'm actually leaving from the shore. So I'll be leaving, coming out there and coming home and then going down to the shore. So I won't be there too long. So I'm not sure if I'll have the time. Do I think Manziel has a chance to get back to the NFL? No, I don't. I think he's too undersized anyway. What's up, Kiss Akal? Welcome in. Settle down, stage name. I actually, yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, if they want to send me an offer, feel free. But no, I wish some of the Blackjack Fletcher's a good friend of mine. I wish him the best out at Action Network. Um, and I see he's doing some things. Who's taking a Premier League this year? I would say I say it's come down to three teams: City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Actually, I think Arsenal has taken a big step forward this year. I think Arsenal Football Club is going to be really solid. I think the main goal for them is to get back to Champions League. I think they're a top four side. I really like what they did as far as transfers are concerned. Like obviously the Unai Emery bringing him in. Listen, anything other than Arsene Wenger is a positive. I mean, you look at everywhere on this team; they have gotten significantly better. I mean, you bring in Bernard Leno to be your goalkeeper. You already have David Ospina. I think defense was a big question mark for them. Not anymore. You bring in Stefan Lichtsteiner. You bring in Papastathopoulos from Greece. You have some high-level defenders all of a sudden. You still have Kolasinac. You still have Mustafi. You still have Monreal and Bellerin. It's a good defense all of a sudden. You bring in Lucas Torreira, who I think is a big-time midfielder for them. I think Granit Xhaka will obviously flourish under the Unai Emery move. I think Ozil, with the kind of getting away from Germany, he can now focus on his club. I think at times last year, Mesut Özil was imperative to Arsenal's success. Mkhitaryan was successful for them late in the season. Up front, I mean, I like what they have up front. I think Aubameyang could be an offshoot Golden Ball winner this year, or Golden Boot, whatever they call it. That's a guy up front that I really like. Aubameyang, Denny Welbeck's still there. Lacazette, Iwobi. They just re-signed Iwobi, Alexander Iwobi. I like what Arsenal really has up front. I really, really do. I think the teams that I'm down on, Chelsea and Man United. I'm very low on United until they get rid of Jose Mourinho. I can't see it. I can't see them doing anything. I just can't. He's a guy that just really hamstrings your team. I think he brings out the absolute worst in Paul Pogba and guys like that. I don't think they can win anything until they get rid of Jose Mourinho. As far as City, I mean, I think we have to kind of just anoint them as the favorite, but I think the best team is Liverpool. I think coming into the season, to me, they're a team that I'm incredibly high on, especially with just some of the moves they made. I mean, bringing in Alisson Becker from Brazil, that's a huge goalkeeper. I mean, and I'm going to tell you what, Jurgen Klopp better get these guys to perform this year, because if you cannot win with this team spending all that money, you're going to have a problem, my friend. It's just that when you're spending 65 million pounds on a goalkeeper, you better win. Defensively, Virgil van Dijk, Lovren, and Klavan are fine. You got some good time last year out of Andy Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're fine in defense. Virgil van Dijk's a big time player. He even had a goal the other day against Bayern Borussia Dortmund. Midfield obviously very good. You bring in Naby Keita, who might be the fastest player in the Premier League. Fabinho. You bring in Shaqiri. I mean, listen, the less I have to see of James Milner, the better. You still have Jordan Henderson, who had a tremendous World Cup. Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's a big loss, but luckily you've brought in people that can obviously, make up for that. And you look it up front. I mean, is there any better front three than Salah, Mane, Firmino? I don't think there is. I mean, even with City with Aguero and De Bruyne, that's a pretty damn good front three at Liverpool. So, look, I mean, I'm a bit concerned if I'm any other team in the Premier League. I'll make this clear. I'm very happy with the number I got on Arsenal Football Club. I get them at 29-1. I see them down at 20-1 at some book. So I'm really liking what I have with Arsenal. Another team that I would tell you to keep your eye on if you're a Premier League guy this year is Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers could be a team that could sneak into the top 6. I've actually made that bet already. I got it at 10-1. This Wolves team coming up from the championship, they're going to make a huge jump this year. I really like what I see out of Wolves. And I'm going to tell you why. When you're a team like Wolves, and you're coming up from the championship, the general goal is to just stay up. You see what Newcastle did and Huddersfield and those kind of teams did last year. The goal is to stay up. Wolves' goal is to get into the top 6, which is unheard of. But you look at what they've been able to do at the Molineux to really improve. The first thing was to find yourself the right owner, and they did. Fosun International is a high-level Japanese owner. There are a lot of money behind them. They're going to come in. They're going to upgrade all your facilities. They're going to update your connections. They're just going to update everything. They're going to make you a big club. Then you go out and you kind of align yourself with some kind of connection. They have that. The agent that they have working with Wolves is a super agent. His name is Jorge Mendes. He's from Portugal. He's got connections to every big football player in the world. And that's one of the main reasons they've been made into such a big-time club. You bring in Santo to be your manager, and whoop-de-doo, all of a sudden, you have a big-time football club. This is a good team. I mean, you look at some of the players on this team, you got to be pretty excited where they're going. I mean, Ruben Neves is a good player. Raul Jimenez, Diego Jota, these are good players. These are good Portuguese players. And they left the Portuguese league to go play at the top flight. Won't be surprised. I took a crazy future out on Wolves. I got them at like plus 40,000 to win the Premier League. And again, I mean, they're not going to win the Premier League, but I think they can make a real nice run. I wouldn't be surprised if they could find a way into the top 6. Because you look at kind of the pecking order in the Premier League, it's kind of, your Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Tottenham. Is Chelsea that good? United. I think they're kind of on that 6-7 fringe. I think they're better than, right up there with Everton. They're better than Leicester. They're better than Bournemouth. They're better than Southampton. They're better than Watford and West Ham United. Burnley's going to go down. I think Burnley's a relegation candidate. I really do. Burnley can go, I think, from making Europa League to being out of the Premier League. I think relegation candidates are Burnley. I think Cardiff is an absolute lock to be relegated. Cardiff City out of Wales, they're going down. I think Watford could go down, especially after selling Richarlison yesterday. I think they could go down. Huddersfield, I think, is a surefire candidate to go down. Brighton Hove Albion. I mean, all those teams. Palace will stay up. I think Fulham will stay up. They have a good amount of money behind them. Newcastle will stay up. But I think West Ham will stay up as well. The candidates for me with relegation would be Burnley, Cardiff City, Brighton, Huddersfield, and probably Southampton Football Club. I don't know about top 10. That seems a bit of a stretch. I think top 13, 14. I think they'll clearly stay out of relegation fights, but I love Mitrovic up front, and they have a good owner in Khan. Arsenal won't make top 4. Right, that's your opinion. Top 4 would be Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Man City. I actually agree. I think I don't know about in that order, but I agree. I think those are the 4 teams for me. They were definitely being held back by Arsene Wenger. That's exactly right. I see Liverpool winning the FA Cup or League Cup. Agreed. I could totally see that as well. United will surprise people. I'm not sure they will, Cody. I think until they get rid of Mourinho. Listen, I mean, their roster's solid. I mean, you like what they have up front. I'm not a big Alexis fan. It really depends what day you get with him. Same with Pogba. I think he's being held back by Mourinho. Look, they have a great goalkeeper. We know that. Defensively, I kind of wonder with them sometimes. I mean, is there a great defender on this team? I think they have some talent, but I'm not in love with it. In the middle, yeah, I think they're okay. I mean, I like Pogba clearly. Nemanja Matic was obviously really good. Juan Mata, Fellaini can still do something for you. Yeah, they're okay. I just Mourinho, I can't get behind him. I don't think they're better than Arsenal. I definitely don't think. I think they're like fifth. I think they're better than Chelsea though. But I guess that's only an opinion. Man United won't win league. I agreed. I think, yeah, the defense is the concern there. We'll see if they can overachieve though. Um, but yeah, I mean that's kind of your Premier League preview. As far as the championship, I think West Bromwich Albion at 8-1 is a pretty good play. I could see them coming right back up. Albion's a team that I'm excited about. You know, I think they're much better than that. I think is the championship's not good this year. There's not a lot of good teams down there right now, if you ask me. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about them. I think Darren Moore is just a guy that they should have um, as manager. I think they'll be right up. That's the team I'd pick to win the win the win the championship. They have some talent. I mean, Livermore, obviously Hector Rondon, up front, Jack Gibbs, Hagazi, Nasser Chadli. I like what they can do up front. So yeah, we'll see. I think they're much more talented than anyone else in the championship. Let me look at other odds in the championship, see if there's anyone else that I might have my eye on. But it is a down championship, if you ask me. Stoke, I mean, what do you have at Stoke now? I mean, at least with West Bromwich Albion, you have some talent there. This Stoke team is, devoid of a lot of talent. I mean, you lose Shaqiri. I mean, how old is Peter Crouch at this point? You have a good goalkeeper, Jack Butling. I like Benik Afobe at Stoke. He's a good player. Daouf, not bad. Ryan Shawcross, Charlie Adam, pretty good. I think it's between Stoke and West Brom. Middlesbrough is good, but they just don't go forward enough. They're not an attacking team. Maybe they can sneak in. I think Aston Villa is an interesting side. Maybe they can hang out. I know. I was talking with Flash Watson the other day. He was telling me he likes Norwich City a little bit to maybe sneak in and go up. Yeah, I think Wigan could be a team that can make a move. Wigan was very good last year in League One. I think they could make a huge punch up front. There's been some interesting sides down. Sheffield United was solid last year. Leeds United. It seemed like Leeds United, though, when they lost Chris Wood, they kind of fell by the wayside. When you lose Chris Wood, I mean, Chris Wood goes to Burnley. When you lose a player like that on Leeds United, the thing about the lower leagues, and any lower league guy will tell you this, whether it's Nigel or me, whoever, Nigel has always made these points to me, and he makes so much sense. When you have a League One side, even a championship not so much, but when you're getting lower and lower in the championship, like when you're getting past like the top 5 sides, and let's say you get down to a Leeds United or Birmingham City or Bristol or Brentford, when they lose their top player, they're really hamstrung to score goals. So when you see an injury report and you're looking at a League One side, let's say you're looking at, I don't know, whoever your team is. Let's say it's Oxford United. I don't know. And you see their best players out. You definitely want to make sure you're reading the injury reports. Because the best player is key to their team. If you can bet this stuff, I think Sunderland is a lock to go back up in League One. I think we'll see them in the championship quickly. Luton City, you keep your eye on them. Coventry was solid last year. I think maybe they can go back up. We'll see. But a lot of you guys can't bet those. So I think West Brom's a good play in the championship. But let me wrap it up. I could talk for a while here. Let me wrap it up. Appreciate everyone for checking in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me back and seeing the show back. We'll try to do this more and more. As the season gets here, we'll be all about the shows and stuff. So check me out every day on sbrforum.com and hit subscribe to the channel here. Everyone have a great day. Baseball, I'd probably take a shot with Oakland or with Milwaukee. Everyone have a great day. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.